Every time I'm about to make a video about Johnny Five-O's shenanigans, an auditor gets arrested. You're throwing off my schedule, you sick son of a bitch. That's right. I've just found out that we can add another auditor to the list of people who maybe need to check the laws before they engage in what are supposedly First Amendment protected activities. Today's person of interest is Ian Mcguire, who some of you may know from the YouTube channel So They Call It Freedom, or his new channel, HateTheState. Let me give you a little bit of history on Ian Mcguire. He conducted First Amendment audits originally under the YouTube channel So They Call It Freedom, where he not only exercised his right to film, but also his freedom of speech. However, the manner in which he conducted those audits resulted in a harassment charge that apparently caused YouTube to remove his channel. Normally, I would check the channel for more information, but it's gone. You'd think that maybe this would be an indicator to Ian that he was doing something wrong, but nope. He made a new channel under the name HateTheState, where he continued to post content of himself filming in public. In a video posted on February 10th of this year, Ian went to a farmer's market wearing a sign containing profanity, followed an elderly woman, and made her pretty upset. Did he have the right to film in public? Yes. Did he have the right to wear profanity? Of course, thanks to Cohen versus California. But did he have the right to follow this woman and upset her? No. Not according to Florida Statute 784.048, which defines harass as to engage in a course of conduct directed at a specific person which causes substantial emotional distress to that person and serves no legitimate purpose. Now, obviously, once wasn't enough for Ian, so he went back to the farmer's market on February 16th and followed this woman around some more, calling her a cop caller. All of this information actually comes directly from a case supplemental report that Ian uploaded himself on the HateTheState channel. Now, this woman was distressed enough to file a protection order against Ian, which was issued on the 22nd of February. So, of course, after receiving that order, Ian decided to leave her alone. No, of course he didn't. He went back. He went back to her and kept trying to film her. Obviously, he's not the best decision maker. Plus, fun fact, it turns out when you harass someone more than once under Florida law, it becomes misdemeanor stalking. In fact, the state was considering pressing charges for stalking before the protection order was even served. But that's not where the arrest comes in. On April 21st, police responded to a physical disturbance near Ian's home. Unable to resist, Ian began to film the incident, where he not only failed to follow police instructions and step back from the scene, he also began to mock a witness. Now, in Brandsburg versus Hayes, the Supreme Court ruled that newsmen have no constitutional right of access to the scenes of crimes or disaster when the general public is excluded. This means that his camera doesn't grant him any special abilities to get close to the officer, and the fact that he refused to step back was considered obstruction of justice, since officers had to stop what they were doing in order to ensure Ian was at a safe distance from the crime scene. This appears to be under Florida Statute 843.02, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. He was charged with this twice. His mockery of a witness was apparently considered harassment of a witness, under what I believe is Florida Statute 914.22. Now that's a Class 3 felony, and he was charged with that 3 times. His overall behavior was considered a breach of the peace under Florida Statute 877.03, which is only a misdemeanor of the second degree. He was also only charged with that once. I can't seem to find a video of this incident, so I can't say what charges were reasonable. However, enough of them must have applied because a judge issued a warrant for Ian's arrest on June 21st. The warrant was executed on June 27th at Ian's house, where police officers found dozens of firearms in plain view. It turns out, in Florida, when someone has filed a restraining order against you for stalking, you aren't allowed to have guns. Having them is a violation of Florida Statute 790.233 and a first-degree misdemeanor. So, the police called the FBI, who began their own investigation. Last I checked, 36 handguns and rifles were seized, as well as thousands of rounds of ammunition. That's a lot of paperwork. I can't help but imagine they had a few questions about what someone running a channel called HateTheState was going to do with all those guns and bullets. So what can we learn from this incident? You generally have the right to film and speak your mind, but there are restrictions, and your First Amendment rights don't protect you from illegal activities. To any new auditors out there, keep doing what you're doing. But do it with some common decency, and be open to information about the legality of your actions. If someone is advising you that what you're doing is illegal, don't ignore it, or you might end up like HateTheState. If you have questions, feel free to ask in my comments section, or you can send them to my Twitter. If you like this video, hit that like button. And for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Until the next time, be good, stay safe.